What truly happened to Rosana Kinova, the Russian Rapunzel, whose meteoric rise in the fashion world was matched only by the dark controversies and unanswered questions surrounding her sudden fall? Rosana's life was a blend of beauty, talent, and potential, yet it ended in mystery. Brought into the spotlight by virtue of her extraordinary looks and grace, she captivated the hearts of many and secured a place among fashion's elite. However, behind the glitz and glamour, a complex narrative unfolded. Rosana was not just a model. She represented the dreams and aspirations of many young women, navigating the cutthroat world of fashion, where every moment is scrutinized. As her star rose, so did the pressures to maintain perfection, leading her to a tumultuous emotional journey. Friends and family described her as vibrant and full of dreams, yet the industry's demands often left her feeling isolated. The call of fame, while alluring, can come with a high price, a toll often paid in heartache and stress. This dichotomy created a poignant backdrop to her story. As her 21st birthday approached, anticipation mixed with anxiety, hinting at an alarming transformation. Was she ready to face another year in the unforgiving spotlight? As the buzz around her intensified, so did whispers of darker undercurrents. With every pulse of her fame, the shadows grew, intertwining with her personal struggles. Rosana's story, thus, is not merely one of rising fame, but also serves as a tragic reminder of the emotional battles endured by those who seek the light, illuminating the harsh realities behind the facade of success. Rosana Kinova was born on July 2, 1987, in Almaty, Kazakhstan, a city steeped in Soviet history and cultural heritage. From a young age, it was evident that she was not an ordinary child. Growing up in a modest environment with her mother, Valentina, who worked as a cosmetic sales representative, and her father, Sergei, a Red Army veteran, Rosana was exposed to a world far removed from the glitz and glamour of the fashion industry. Sadly, her father passed away when she was just 5, leaving her mother to provide for Rosana and her older brother, Ruslana. Yet, this adversity did not quell her spirit. Instead, it ignited a fierce determination within her. Rosana excelled academically, quickly becoming fluent in Kazakh, Russian, and German. She even dreamt of studying in Germany, displaying talents that extended beyond the classroom, including her love for playing the piano. Alongside her academic pursuits, she possessed an innate beauty that caught the attention of those around her. Modeling wasn't on her radar initially, but that all changed in 2003, during her 11th grade. The head of her school's German language club saw her potential and encouraged her to try modeling by featuring in a magazine shoot. Rosana stepped in front of the camera for the first time, effortlessly embodying a jungle-themed Tarzan princess. In those formative moments, she radiated a raw charm that captivated everyone present. As her photos circulated, they landed in the hands of a talent scout, sparking her meteoric rise to fame. Rosana's journey from a small-town girl to a modeling sensation had begun, yet this was just the start of a complex and tumultuous story that would unfold in the years to come. Meteoric rise to fame. Rosana Kinova's journey into the world of modeling was nothing short of extraordinary. Discovered in 2003, during her 11th grade, she stepped in front of the camera for the first time, immediately captivating the eyes of industry insiders. With her long hair cascading down her back and an ethereal beauty that seemed to defy reality, she posed for a jungle-themed photo shoot that instantly caught the attention of a talent scout on a flight to Moscow. Months later, in June 2004, she signed with one of the most prestigious modeling agencies in London, Models One, catapulting her into the global spotlight. By just 16, she was flying solo to Moscow for her first major shoot with Russian Cosmopolitan, where, despite wearing braces and not speaking the language, she charmed everyone around her. Within just 2 years, Rosana was walking for renowned designers at major fashion weeks, including London Fashion Week and gracing the covers of influential magazines. Her distinct look and youthful energy embodied everything the fashion industry craved, making her a sought-after model across Europe and beyond. She epitomized the allure of the mid-2000s aesthetic, captivating audiences worldwide. Her reputation soared as she worked with top photographers and designers, showcasing her versatility and appeal. By late 2006, she was amid a whirlwind of major campaigns, pulling in six-figure contracts and solidifying her status as the Russian Rapunzel. However, as the fame grew, so did the challenges, including grueling schedules and the pressures of maintaining her image. Despite everything, her rise was meteoric, a dazzling trajectory that promised even greater heights in the unpredictable world of fashion. The story of Rosana's ascent is a riveting testament to both talent and ambition, setting the stage for the complex layers that would later unravel. The personal struggle behind the glamour. Despite the dazzling exterior, Rosana's life was marred by hidden turmoil, which cast shadows over her glamorous world. The weight of expectations from her meteoric rise in the fashion industry became an unbearable burden. Each spectacular runway show, each stunning photo shoot, while a testament to her beauty, also highlighted the relentless pressures she faced. Friends recalled moments when she would break down after receiving harsh criticism, or when a modeling job didn't go as planned. These were not just fleeting moments of disappointment. They were indicative of a deeper struggle. Rosana battled feelings of inadequacy, questioning her worth in an industry that thrived on superficial appearances. Her relationships often suffered under this weight. Heartbreak became a recurring theme when her once promising romances crumbled, leaving her in despair. The most significant have been the fallout from her relationship with Artem, which ended painfully, amplifying her emotional distress. In the pursuit of love, she poured her heart into letters and poems, yearning for connection, yet finding herself increasingly isolated. Amidst this, Rosana sought solace in friendships, but even they couldn't shield her from the darker aspects of her life. She was drawn into a cult, Rose of the World, under the guise of finding support and healing. Unfortunately, this only added to her mental strain, as the cult's demands further exacerbated her sense of identity loss. The world saw the beautiful, radiant model, but behind the glamour lay a young woman grappling with immense internal battles, one that many would overlook, mistaking her outward beauty for an absence of struggle, when in reality, she was fighting to stay afloat in a sea of expectations. Descent into a dark world. Amidst the glittering world of fashion, Rosana's life began to shift dramatically when she found herself entangled with a group known as Rose of the World, a supposedly self-help organization for Russia's elite. Initially, it seemed like the perfect refuge, a sanctuary designed to uplift struggling models. Yet, as she delved deeper, its true nature became terrifyingly clear. The cult's teachings, inspired by the controversial American group Lifespring, promised transformation but turned out to be a harrowing nightmare. Through brutal techniques that included emotional humiliation and public shaming, members were pushed to their limits, often leaving them psychologically scarred. Rosana, once radiant and empowered, began to change. She transformed before her friends' eyes, becoming angrier and more aggressive, a shadow of her former self. The supportive community she sought morphed into an isolating force that stripped away her optimism and sense of self. As she became more involved, she repeatedly pushed her friends towards the group, an unsettling sign that the cult's influence was rewiring her mind and eroding her connections to the world she once loved. The external pressures of the modeling industry intensified her internal struggles. Her career, which had rapidly ascended, now felt heavy with expectations and relentless scrutiny. With each passing day, Rosana began to lose touch with the joyful girl who dreamed of the runway, replaced by a relentless need to conform to an ideal that felt increasingly out of reach. Her descent didn't just reflect the toll of fame, but rather a deep fracture caused by a cult that thrived on manipulation, abuse, and the exploitation of vulnerable young women, leaving her to question everything she once believed. Rosana Kinova's death remains shrouded in mystery, raises a plethora of questions, and fuels numerous conspiracy theories. Official reports claim that she fell from her ninth-floor balcony, an event labeled as an accident by authorities. However, many believe there is more to the story. Eyewitness accounts differ, while forensic experts suggest her injuries weren't consistent with a simple fall. Instead, they claim they resemble those from an automobile accident, sparking speculation about possible foul play. This narrative is compounded by the fact that crucial evidence seems to have vanished. Not a single surveillance camera captured the moment of her fall, raising eyebrows about the investigative process. For her friends and family, the conclusion that it was simply an accident feels too convenient, especially given her previous struggles with heartbreak and pressure from the modeling industry. Additionally, whispers of financial issues, including a lawsuit against her agents for embezzlement, paint a portrait of a young woman cornered by life's harsh realities. Furthermore, Rosana's entanglement with the Rose of the World cult, known for its alleged manipulative practices, adds to the suspicion surrounding her mental state leading up to the tragedy. It's difficult to overlook the eerie coincidences as it parallels other model-related tragedies. Did Rosana harness the cult's dark influence? Was she a victim of exploitation within a ruthless business? Or was her death merely a tragic spiral into despair? The various theories and unanswered questions continue to circulate, complicating Rosana Kinova's legacy, making it both a cautionary tale about the culture of beauty and a dark mystery that lingers in the public consciousness. Rosana Kinova's untimely death left a haunting mark on the fashion world, serving as a stark reminder of the shadows lurking behind the glittering facade of fame. As the Russian Rapunzel, she embodied beauty, grace, and immense talent, capturing the hearts of many. But her life was also a reflection of the darker struggles faced by models in the industry. Even in her absence, questions abound, echoing through the halls of speculation and concern. Was her fall truly accidental, or was it the culmination of unbearable emotional turmoil? Strikingly, her story digs into themes of exploitation, mental health, and the pressures of relentless pursuit of perfection. Friends and family insist she was planning future celebrations, her 21st birthday just days away, a significant milestone that she intended to share with those dearest to her. Yet, as whispers of her despair became intertwined with allegations of financial fraud and a mysterious cult that preyed on vulnerable young women, the narrative turned sinister. Valentina, her mother, continues to fight for the truth, adamantly disputing the police's account of an open and shut case, demanding answers, and seeking justice for her daughter's legacy. The complexity of Rosana's life, filled with dreams yet shadowed by pain, challenges us all to reflect. What pressures weigh down the young and misunderstood in the spotlight? How many more stories remain untold, hidden behind the grand facades of fame? Rosana's legacy is more than her beauty. It's a poignant call for change within the industry. The questions linger and resonate, demanding a deeper examination of societal values, mental health awareness, and the fragile balance between success and self-worth, leaving an impact that transcends the catwalk, urging us to consider the human cost behind the allure of glamour. Rosana Kinova's tragic story serves as both a stunning revelation and a somber reminder of the complexities within the dazzling world of fashion. Rising from a modest background in Kazakhstan, she captivated audiences with her beauty and talent, quickly becoming an iconic figure as the Russian Rapunzel. However, the pressures of fame can be unforgiving, sometimes leading to devastating consequences. As she navigated the heights of her modeling career, personal struggles began chipping away at the joy she once knew. Heartbreaks, financial disputes, and the haunting grip of a controversial cult pushed her further into despair. Despite her outer beauty and success, Rosana faced an internal battle unseen by the public eye. The circumstances of her untimely death add layers of mystery that still provoke intense debate today. Was it an accident, a tragic culmination of her struggles, or something more sinister? Friends and family vehemently defend that she was a vibrant individual, looking forward to her future, especially with plans for her 21st birthday swiftly approaching. The unanswered questions linger, casting a shadow over an extraordinary life that deserved to shine brightly long into the horizon. Ultimately, Rosana's journey exposes the harsh realities behind glamorous facades, prompting us to reflect on the costs of success in an industry demanding perfection. Her story implores all of us to consider the essential need for genuine connections and support, as well as the importance of mental health, especially for those chasing their dreams in the limelight. In the end, Rosana Kinova remains not just a muse, but a poignant figure, reminding us that behind the allure of the industry lies a tapestry of stories woven with dreams, struggles, and indelible legacies.